Hi, so I am finally filming a guaiversary update video. It happened on December 18th. That was my 8th year guaiversary, and I never got around to filming it because life has been very chaotic. Basically, my guaiversary happened, but I had the flu, and I was like trying to get better, and it takes me a long time because my immune system is not amazing to get better. Still kind of dealing with a little after effects every once in a while, like breathing wise. So it was not a fun time. And then I was focusing on getting moved back in. So now I'm back at school. So now I'm like, okay, finally I'm gonna sit down and do this, just get it done. So basically, before I started the protocol, I was 14, I was in 8th grade, and I was like not doing great. I could barely get to school. I had 2 classes. Theirs was homeschool, and I could barely get to that. And like one of them was math, and the other one was a TA where I just sat there. So it was really just like, it wasn't that much, but it was so difficult that I ended up already before, like I was kind of like, okay, I'm gonna start the protocol, but then also I was just like, this is a whole like not involved with the protocol at all. I was like, I dropped out of middle school and did full-time like homeschool kind of thing, where I didn't have to leave my house. I didn't have to do anything because I couldn't. Like, I could barely get off the couch, could barely go to school, could barely do anything. I was just always feeling exhausted and in pain and nauseous and just not amazing. So then I started the protocol in December, and then by August I was going back in my freshman year of high school. And went through the high school thing. My senior year I was able to be back full-time. I did kind of a like independent and in-person kind of like hybrid thing for 3 years, and then in my 4th year back full-time, only 4 classes because they only needed 4 classes, but it was still really cool to be back. And then I did 3 years community college. It was supposed to be 2, but I got a concussion during online school. You can't really do that. So I had to take a break for a semester, and now I'm finally here. I'm going into my 2nd semester at CCMB. Very excited. Last semester was a lot. Getting acclimated to not only a new space but also the weather. I'm like somebody, like the weather really affects me. Like the humidity was just, it took a bit to get used to, and also like my body has trouble like regulating its temperature, so like learning how to dress for the weather here so I'm warm or cold, like in the right body temperature thing was just interesting. Also the classrooms tend to not have air conditioning because right by the beach, 1 and 2, some of them are really old buildings. So yeah, it's been interesting acclimating to that, and then also to the walking around, because I have to walk like a mile to class, a mile back from where I live, and it's not like flat, there's hills. And it can be a lot sometimes, like when I'm just dead exhausted, it can be a lot. And so I didn't miss that many classes though. I really only missed them when I had like really bad migraines, and now I may have figured out that whole situation, getting that whole thing kind of better under control. So yeah, last semester was also very stressful for another situation that was happening. There's also construction. Perfectly timed talk. So that's fun. They start about at 7 a.m. every morning. Luckily I'm a morning person. And I'm able to like train myself to get up at that time and go to sleep early and all that. But it has been interesting. So if you hear that, that's what that is. It's really interesting because I can see it too. And like I forgot that the construction was happening until I got here, and also I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that was happening. And I looked at the window, I was like, oh, they made it pretty far actually. So yeah, getting adjusted to like all of that has been interesting. I'm also on the 4th floor. And so going up and down stairs sometimes to when the elevator's not working, that I've also had to get used to, and that's sometimes I get to like the 2nd or 3rd flight and like have to pause and stop because I'm like, my heart is just pounding and just not doing good. Like having trouble breathing and stuff, just because I have conditions that flare up when I do stuff like that. And it's kind of been hard, like being like, oh well, why can't I walk to class sometimes? Why can't I go up and down the stairs? Why can't I do this? And just kind of like listening to my body and being like, it's not something you can control, it's like something your body just does. Like it's just, it's something you gotta live with, something you gotta do, and just work through it. So just trying to learn how to accept that, because I think like before I kind of accepted it, but like I wasn't having to do all these things to like function in the world I'm in, and now I am, and it's like, I have to do these things sometimes, and sometimes when I can't, it means not going to class. It means like not like I don't know, I can't not take Checkers to go to the bathroom because I literally so when we got her, we trained her to use pee pads, or she was trained to use them, and she would use them and stuff, and then I kind of like phased that out because she was getting over it, like, and learning how to like tell me when she wanted to go outside, when she got like adjusted and everything. And now I'm wishing that I'd kept it around because she is refusing to like I bought a whole like setup, and so like, you know, if she needed to go and I wasn't here, she could go. If it was like raining, because she hates the rain, she could go inside, like, you know, stuff like that. She refuses to use it, like makes me walk outside, and then when we get outside and it's wet and raining or something, she just looks at me like it's my fault that the world is wet right now, because she hates water and hates when it's raining and stuff. I'm just like, I have a whole setup for you. You're just not using it. So that's just kind of been funny. But Checkers has been enjoying, she's in the sun right now. She's very happy about that. My room seems like it's gonna get sun all year round, which is nice. I'm somebody who loves sunlight, and so not having to go outside to get that is very nice when I'm having bad days. I can just like open my blinds really well and just like get sun. It's also nice for Chugs. She loves sunbathing. And in my room back home right now, you're not really getting much sun, because usually in the morning I'll get some, and I haven't really been because of how the sun is positioned. So, but yeah, it's been interesting getting back into the swing of things. I'm curious as to how it's gonna go this semester, because I'm kind of not as like I'm healthy, but like I'm not like my chronic illnesses are flared up from the whole flu thing. Whenever I get really sick, it tends to do that. I haven't gotten really sick in a really long time, so I kind of like took a step backwards kind of thing, like progress wise. So I'm just trying to take care of myself, eat really well, eat what my body needs, trying to work some light exercise in, doing yoga and walking when I can't. However, the rains in California have made walking hard, because like I don't really want to go outside and walk when it's pouring rain and windy. I don't like being pelted by rain. not something I enjoy, but it's luckily it's calming down. It's sunny here, so that's nice. And so I'm gonna try the next few days walking around campus, finding my classes, 1, and 2, getting used to the walking thing, and figuring out what I need to, like, how long I need to get to class. Sometimes like I have to leave, like sometimes I can, like, I'm feeling okay, I can take a bit, sometimes I'm not, and I need to take longer and like take breaks, and like it's just a thing. So yeah, that's a little update. I'm doing way better than I was, but I'm like kind of having to take a step back. But last semester was just a lot, and then getting sick, and then so yeah, hopefully I'm gonna prevent is getting sick. That's a huge thing, but also a lot of the like stressors that were happening. I'm trying to just cut it off, not make it happen anymore, so that I can have a not super insanely stressful, most anxiety I've ever had end of the year kind of thing. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm doing as good as I can be given the situation in my life right now, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this semester. It should be fun. I'm really excited about my classes. My classes sound so cool. I'm just over the moon about them. So yeah, till next time.